Now we have everything, and now it's time to focus on the last tab, which is the spoilage or the inventory check tab. So what we will do is we will copy again this tab, and we will make a duplicate of this, move it to the very end, and rename this to inventory check. And this is basically our tab, and this will be a very straightforward tab. So we have this here, and we will keep this here. This will be all maintained. You have the description here, that is fine. This can be probably removed. We don't need this here. What we need here now is the quantity or the unit item that is missing. So because you probably have, this is basically the situation here. You have a checkup, you count the inventory, and then eventually realize that what is being sold compared to what's in the inventory doesn't match because there's maybe 2 missing. So what we need to do here is record these missing items, and they can be from anything. They can be broken goods, they can be spillage, spoilage, stolen ware, anything could be. So we can categorize them. So let's start to categorize them basically in items. So if we first say here, we probably expect maybe one there is a spillage. And another one is spoilage. Well, you probably, if you are a shop, you probably will not have this kind of situation. Maybe spoilage for goods that are past due date, but most of the time for spillage will not happen. This is more for a restaurant where maybe during that the waiter will drop food or drop a product which they have to reproduce it again, so you lose basically that food. So that's a spillage food. Alright, so we have more. We have spillage, spoilage, we have lost or missing goods, so lost goods. And maybe we have one here that sometimes employees get a bonus and they can get a free drink or they can get a free product. So we say employee bonus, for example. I'm not sure what's the proper term, maybe employee consumption, if it's for food, if it's for goods, depending on. Alright, so once we have that, then we need to have here the total. Total missing, in this case. Alright, then we can remove this here. We delete this, and we have the date here. The date we maintain. Alright, so we have this here. This is fine. We want to make sure we have the description. Here, this we don't need here. What we need to put in here, and in all of these here, there is hardly any formula except for the missing one. So let's remove all of this. Make this all nice and white. No filler. Alright. So once no filler, then we can indicate here the missing, or there's a formula which is spillage plus spoilage plus lost goods plus employee bonus. There we are. Once we did that, double click. And let's to make sure, you can see here the values are giving an error. So to make this clean, if error, open parentheses, this, comma, double quotations, enter, and then we duplicate this. There you are. Alright, so this is all correct. So let's remove this for now. And let's say this. We discover we have ordered a huge chunk of Coca-Cola, but there's something happening. We have a spoilage. We are missing 10 cans of Coca-Cola. Or there's past due date, and we have another 1,000 items missing. Alright? So what we will do with this is, and then let's say one more time. We expected one more time, on a different date, we had 500 items lost. And let's see what's going on here. Alright, I guess this is not copying each other. No worries. We can just double click here because the formula here above is still correct. Alright, so once we have this, we're not done yet because we need to now incorporate this into our inventory. And our inventory here, we have here total items in stock. In our case, the total items in stock is different. Let me show you. Because it will be depending on the missing items here. So we have the items in stock. No. So what we need to do is the following. So we have this, and then minus again, and then here, sum if open parentheses, and then we go here. We will say this is our range up to number 30, comma, and then we say what's the criteria. Well, the criteria is in the inventory on the very first value here, all right, comma, then we go back to the inventory check, we get all of these out here, enter, and then close this. You can type in enter here. Oh, let's see. Yes, you see, I realize we have a double things. Let's say we accept that. What happened here was basically I'm having this double brackets. So let's remove the double brackets, probably not necessary. Enter, and there we are. So now we have this. What I want to do here is I want to put in here the dollar signs. And I want to do it here as well. So we can drag these. Once we did this, let's go back down here. Alright, so now you can see, because we did a huge amount of loss, you can see we already have a negative amount here. And then this is our estimate stock value, which is negative. Of course, can't be. Let's put this back here. Let's say we only have here this, and we only have 200 missing. Let's see what happened now. Let's look at our Coca-Cola. We have here the amount of items we sold, a certain amount of items, and this is what's left in stock. To make it easier, let's fix this by making it easier to calculate. So imagine here we have Coca-Cola cans, two quantities. I'm going to remove this here. This is not necessary. And same here, and same here. How many Coca-Cola cans we have? I'll just move every Coca-Cola, and then we're going to compare them. So we have here total units. That's the total units, and then we're going to change this to only 10. Let's see what we have here now in inventory. Alright, Coca-Cola cans, let's undo this, and let's say we have only one item missing here. Here as well. Go back to the inventory. So we can see now how many items did we purchase. We can see here in Coca-Cola we purchased 120 items. Is that correct? We see this here, the quantity of items, and you can see this here together, and that is correct, because if you would do 48 plus 72, and then we have the equal sign, of course, is 120 items. So we have 120 cans of Coke. How many we sold? You see here we sold in total of 12 cans of Coke. So we sold 12, we have 120, and then you can see here there's 2 missing out of this, because in total here are, instead of 12 being, well, you can see here it's missing. What, let me double check how many we recorded 2 missing. So you can see there's 2 missing here out of it, because normally 120 minus 12 is 108, and here we have now 2 missing. So this is basically how you can use this. And maybe if you want to have the estimate or the total stock value, you want to have that recorded as in the dashboard. What we can do is we can make a new tab, or for now I'll just put it here up, just increase here. So we insert here 3 rows, and in here we will say here total stock in dollars, and this will be sum, and we select all these items here, and then we have a nice system here to easily track your inventory. And let's make some design here. I'm going to add up here like some borders, and we can do that for everyone basically here. So this is basically how you can use your easy inventory system here. So let's add up here all the borders to make this at least nice. And there we are. I'm going down. Final one is here. So let's make sure this is all together. Got it. And finally here, if ever we would be somewhere in the 30. Of course, you can always make this longer. There we are. So what would happen if we would add a new item? Let's add up a new item here. Let's say we have coffee. And this will be coffee. And the package size is 22. Let's go here. Alright, so we go here, and now we have cough for coffee. And we can see here now what's going on. Doesn't read it. Do we have the description here? For some reason it doesn't show. Alright, so we can see here the coffee is not working. I was just wondering what's going on, but of course I realized that we have here this incorrect. It should be 30. And once we have this 30, we have all the coffee because we're missing some items. Same here, this should be 30 as well. So we have them all down to the bottom. And once we did that, we should now start to have, alright, so we have 10 here, we have 1 here. Let's say this is 30 bucks. Alright. Then we go back to our inventory. And now we have coffee here as well. You can see the same issue here because we duplicated this. There we are. Put them here correctly. Sorry about this. I didn't realize this. And there we are. Alright. So now we also solved this small tiny bug here without knowing it. Or not really a bug, but a mistake that I didn't pay attention to. Alright. So you can see 0 sold, item in stock, and this is the total cost. Let's double check here one more time. Let's say we have another one is iced coffee, which is iced coffee cup, iced coffee can, and we have 10 items of these, and we receive here. Let's go back here. We select here iced coffee can. There we are, 10 pieces, and this is $5. All right, go back to the inventory. We double check our inventory. Our inventory has been updated instantly. You can see the value also starting to increase, and that is how you create an inventory system. There's still a lot more we can do. We can even go to another tab to create a whole dashboard where you can see it more nicer, but this is really the basics. However, if you're interested and you want to know even more, you want to go deeper, let me know what you're looking for, and I can try to adjust it based on the comments that you have. So if you enjoy videos like this, subscribe on my channel, and if you have questions, just put them below in the comment section, and I'll make sure I'll get back to you.